inspires you most?
My mother / Frederick Douglass. There we go.
Who would you like to trade places with if you could?
Oh man, that's tough. Probably Oprah, just because she has such global impact.
I'll take it. Who makes you laugh the most?
My best friend, Christina Jackson. She's crazy. And she's also the developmental editor of this book. And
Oh, that's right. Yes.
yeah,
yes,
and at some point I want to do, I don't know, TED Talk or something about working side by side with your best friend of 20 years, which for us was amazing, but I understand could be challenging. And the best thing, I have to do this because why not? We became best friends because we were dating the same guy at the same time. My freshman year of college.
And you knew it?
No.
Or it was after?
So I was young and dumb. I was 16, college freshman at Chapel Hill. Christina's a very
You went to
tall.
college at 16, okay.
Total geek.
Slackers.
Total geek.
The rest
But
of us.
Christina's tall and sophisticated, and she was an upperclassman, and she comes up to me like, "Are you dating so-and-so, so-and-so?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Me too, we should talk." And we talked for 6 hours that night, and 20 years later, she is my best friend. She's amazing, and she literally saved this book. I wrote this manuscript. It was rough, and Christina brought it to life, and she's amazing. So she makes me laugh, and she's amazing.
I hope you're watching, Christina.
Yeah, I hope so too. Probably not. She's probably working.
Oh wait,
bossed up.
we got sidetracked. Girl,
Okay.
you sidetracked me. All
I'm
right,
sorry.
who is the? I fell under her spell, as you all will. If you go to prettypowerfulbook.com. Who is the most unexpected person on your phone? In your phone.
In my phone.
Yes.
Unexpected. Who's in my phone?
The most hard right Republican.
Oh, okay. I have some hard Republicans. Katrina Pearson. Katrina
Oh,
Pearson's in my
wow.
phone. Katrina Pearson's a
Okay.
good friend of mine. I love
Yes.
Katrina. Shout out to KP. And
KP.
as I said on the specialist today with Governor Huckabee, I might not have a lot of political crossover with the governor or his daughter, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, but I love seeing bossed up women. I don't care what aisle.
She is
She
a
is
pretty
bossed
powerful
up.
woman.
She's pretty powerful.
She is pretty powerful.
Sarah Huckabee's
Yep.
powerful. Kellyanne Conway's pretty powerful. Like they might not be my political jam, but they are bosses on every level,
Oh,
and
for
I
sure.
respect it. So,
Yep.
love it. Hey, KP.
Okay, who is the last person that you called or texted?
Let's look. Let's see. Oh, well, this is my dear friend Lauren Lister. Lauren's pretty powerful. She's acknowledged in the acknowledgement section. Lauren, I met. She's a brilliant journalist. When we were working at CBS News for a hot minute together, we went through a really challenging and educational year at CBS News, and now she is brilliantly reporting for KTLA in LA. And she just sent me a little note of support because she's pretty powerful and she's just that warm and caring. And I talk about it in the Mean Girls chapter with Meghan McCain, how unfortunately, as you know, all women are not that way. So when you find women like yourself, Carrie, women like Lauren Lister, women like the women in this book, women like, the women that are close to me, I celebrate you, I applaud you, I tell you how much you mean to me, because this could be a lonely journey, all journeys to success and power. And you want to celebrate and hold dear to those women that support you and lift you up in those times. Hey, Lauren Lister.
Hey, Lauren. Okay, who is one fictional character that you would love to date?
Fictional character. Will Smith. Fictional character, but Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's like my
Oh,
throwback
honey, he's
jam.
mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, Carrie, are you trying to fight on this live-sided? I mean,
like freshman year all over again.
What's really good? Exactly. Except for we.
No, I actually used to dream about him.
No, that was going to be my prince, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
We'll give it to you. It's your day.
Okay, thank you. Happy birthday to me. I get Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from like 1996. Thank you, Carrie.
I think this is an easy question. Yeah. This has to be an easy question. What is the last book you read? Would it happen to be this one?
Well, yes, because I did the audio. Yes, because I did the audio recording of Pretty Powerful. All 17 hours it took me. So if you buy the audio recording, you will hear my voice. In addition, of course, to your signed copy at prettypowerfulbook.com. But other than that, the last book that I read on my Kindle, it's probably wouldn't be the very last because I read like 3 or 4 at a time on my Kindle. But I enjoyed Settle for More, Megyn Kelly's book, who's a colleague. And it was really interesting to compare our narratives because we both, like you said, kind of come from traditional law backgrounds and then went into broadcasting and made our own way. And she's also, gone through marriage. It's just a lot of parallel and overlap. So I enjoyed Settle for More a lot.
Yeah.
And that's on my Kindle.
That was a good book.
Yep.
Okay. What is one thing that you need to have in your fridge at all times?
Greek yogurt, easy answer. Greek yogurt, no. I do they're not paying me, but Faye is my brand of choice, 0%. And it's a superfood because you're getting like 20 grams of protein and like 0 fat and hardly any sugar. And I have a cup pretty much every morning.
So if you want to be Fox News star,
yep,
go for that.
Exactly. Yep. Greek yogurt, baby, every morning.
What's your favorite pastime?
I am a shameless binge watcher of television. Not particularly intelligent television. Reality TV is my jam. I love relationship shows, so like all the cheesy, corny ones. So from The Bachelorette to Married at First Sight to Married at First Sight Second Chances, because I watch all seasons of Married at First Sight. And I just love picking those apart and dissecting them and having full days of those. Also the Housewives franchise. So New York, Beverly Hills, Orange County, Atlanta, you name it.
We're gonna have to talk about that more later.
Okay. Fair enough.
What's your secret snack?
Secret snack? Salt and vinegar potato chips. Don't tell anybody.
Oh my god, I love those. I can eat
know.
a whole
There's
bag.
a thing of Pringles in there.
Like,
Don't tell
there's
anybody.
Like,
I know it's
oh
bad.
my gosh,
It's
I don't know
bad.
what they put in those, but oh gosh.
They're very addictive.
My tongue will like dry
I know.
up because of the vinegar.
So I go in the refrigerator and I'm like, I should eat another cup of Greek yogurt, but the salt and vinegar chips.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Monica, I have to do a book plug. Monica Crowley does say everything in moderation. So I give myself permission for the chips.
Yes. So what is the last album that you bought or streamed?
Oh, probably Kendrick Lamar, because that's just awesome. Bruno Mars as well, which I'm going to see in concert. Ooh. Yeah, Bruno's great. I'm a big like music fan, and like when people used to perform, and Bruno Mars, particularly for our generation, is like a performer. So I really like that about him.
Yes. Oh yeah, no, he's amazing.
Yeah.
What item would you love to get your hands on if it went up for auction?
Something from Elizabeth Taylor's jewelry collection, because it's amazing.
Because you're gonna sell all these books and
all
more.
these books to build this entire apartment to get my hands on it.
Help her out for her
Help
birthday.
me out, yeah, exactly. But that woman had impeccable taste.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Well, I know it's not being late because I'm habitually about 10 minutes late everywhere I go. Small talk. That's my biggest pet peeve. I can talk, but small talk, like, oh, how's the weather? How's your day? No, like, I talk with intention. So I'm like, cut to the chase, keep it pithy, keep it straight to the point. So small talk is.
Well, that's perfect for Fox.
Exactly right.
Every second matters.
You get about 3 minutes to get your whole point across. So.
Okay, so what's your favorite pizza topping?
Just pepperoni. Just pepperoni. Classic.
Classic for a classic woman.
Classic, yeah, just pepperoni. Or if I'm going to do veggies, I'll do mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms, sausage, and maybe some green peppers. These are good questions.
We're taking orders here.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm hungry, by the way, too.
So what was the last movie that you saw in theaters?
I think about this. Hidden Figures.
I need to see that.
Yeah, and that's, by the way, that's telling around how bad movies have been recently.
I was like,
Hidden
that came
Figures
out a while
came out
ago.
when it was snowing.
Haven't you seen Wonder Woman? You
Nope.
don't go to one.
And
Pretty powerful
You
woman.
know what? No. I want to say a mutual friend of ours. It might have been either Jenna Diabela. No, I think it was Joe. Was it Notowski? It used to be on Red Eye.
Josanne?
Josanne.
Yeah.
She tweeted out just like yesterday, like every woman that told me Wonder Woman was good lied. So
we're gonna have a talk.
We're gonna pull the receipts
yes,
on that.
Joanne, we're gonna talk about this.
I believe that was
I don't
Joe.
know what. Maybe she was being satirical. What color is your toothbrush?
Oh, it's white. It's a Sonicare. And I'm notoriously cheap, and I actually talk about it a lot on my talk radio show. And my dentist was like, Eboni, you need to buy a Sonicare, and it's like $100 toothbrush. I'm like, what? But she insisted, and it does make a difference. So I'm into my white Sonicare.
Getting all her Fox secrets.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Do you have any hidden talents?
I can tell you what I cannot do. I cannot sing. I cannot dance. You do not
That's why you're Miss USA.
Right, not Miss America. Yeah. I mean, I did play classical piano, but not brilliantly well. So yeah, those are my hidden untalents. How about that?
All right, if you think of one, let us know.
Okay.
Are you a morning person or
not at all? No. I prefer to not really have to turn it on till 7 a.m., which for East Coast standards is pretty late. I remember, and I'll talk about this in the book, Grit. I am so not a morning person, but the first thing I ever got to do on television, finally, after years of begging and pleading and cultivating my skill set, the NFL Network would let me go on as a legal analyst. Catch was, I was going on a show called NFL AM, which started at 6 a.m., but I was in LA. So that meant that you had to be at set, that's like taping, is at 3 a.m. Okay, so that means I would have to come home, go to bed at like 7 p.m., wake up at midnight, drive to Culver City to the studio, do my own hair and makeup because nobody likes a diva, and then roll tape at 3 a.m. So, and I did that for 6 months covering the Aaron Hernandez trial, and that is how badly I wanted to pursue this career path. So for a non-morning person, being up at 2:30 in the morning doing television was a lot.
And you make it look so easy on Fox.
Oh,
and
we've
yet,
done early
as the
morning
book,
hits. Yeah.
Details, it wasn't easy.
No,
and
it wasn't easy.
I think a lot of people, because you make it look so effortless, they think it's easy for you to sit in that chair.
Yeah, and that's why I wrote the book, Carrie, because I think, a lot of people in this business and others make it look easy. And I think that there's a misconception around that being beneficial to people. And what I know, because I learned the hard way, is it's not. Is that people need to know all of what they're getting into. I'm sure you get this question a lot. I get this question a lot. I want to be on TV. I want to be on radio. I want to write books. I want to do this. And I'm all about it. And I have many, many young men and women that I currently cultivate to be, in these roles. But I always am really honest with them. Like, listen, know what you're asking for. Know what you're willing to sacrifice to get it. And buckle up and enjoy the ride because it's going to test you. And that's why in Pretty Powerful, I go into great detail around my challenges. And I think the phrasing I use is I would be remiss not to talk about, the downside, the loneliness, the doubt, the self-doubt, the doubt from your friends and family who they love you, but they're scared for you. They're like, why would you leave a budgeting career as a, brilliant young attorney to chase the unknown in LA, and that's real, and I respect that, but that's what I wanted to do. And when I talk to young people, I tell them all the pitfalls of that, and it could have easily not worked out for me. I am so aware of that, Carrie, and that's why I feel so blessed that I get to do this every day, and I still have a million more goals to accomplish, but this is not for the faint of heart, and I'm still challenged by it, and I'm years into the game now, and every day is still like a new journey, a new challenge, a new opportunity to go harder, work faster, and be better.
Yeah. Well, I think also your why. You have a very powerful why of why you do what you do, and I think a lot of people who just say, "I want to be on TV." It's like, well, why?
Yeah.
It's not just for the sake of being on TV.
Yeah.
You're there for a purpose.
And I think if you don't have a strong why, frankly speaking, this is not at all self-deprecating. It is literally not worth it. It's not worth it. I can tell you right now, it's not worth it. You would be better off being a barista at Starbucks.
Pretty much.
Because it is it's an enormous sacrifice on every level, with personal relationships and financially and socially and spiritually. I mean, it takes a toll. And so if you don't have a strong why, there are a lot of other jobs that are a lot better in terms of lifestyle, everything. Vacation, compensation, all of it. You have to do this work because you can't do anything else, frankly.
What cause is dear to your heart?
A lot, but two, I'll speak about in this moment. One is HIV and AIDS. And it's so weird because I remember being a very young girl when Magic Johnson announced publicly to the world that he was HIV positive. And for some reason that resonated with me. I remember being 4th or 5th grade, really young. And that was always my platform when I was doing locals for Miss America. It was always HIV and AIDS awareness. When I was at UNC Chapel Hill, I always headed up a service event for National AIDS Day, which is December 1st. I think because I always felt like AIDS was such a preventable disease and HIV, so that we really needed to do a better job of destigmatizing, getting testing, finding out your status. So that's very, very important to me. The other is, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing it, but it feels important and powerful. Christina Jackson, my best friend, and developmental editor of this book, and she saved this book in every way that a book can be saved, to borrow a Titanic reference. She is a breast cancer survivor, and she is 36 years old. And for a lot of companies or places in this country, you can't really qualify for a mammogram until you're 40. And knowing that she probably wouldn't be with us now if that were her situation, I'm just a very big advocate, and I want to do a lot more work. I need to do work big time in research around early detection of breast cancer in women, because she's a rock star. She is truly pretty powerful. And she literally got diagnosed, got her mastectomy, got her reconstruction, and was hitting the ground running on editing this book to make it what it is in front of me today within 6 months. So early detection for breast cancer is a very, very big deal.
Sounds like something for the
Powerful
right. Foundation.
Correct. That's exactly right.
What's the last gift that you gave or received?
Oh my God, this might, let's keep the lashes on. Okay, so over the weekend, I received a gift from someone very, very special to me. And it was a silk scarf. It is beautiful, but aside from that, it's what it said on it, which it said the word courage. And the gift was given to me as a response to the past few weeks. And I'm really not one to, make a big deal out of stuff, but it's been a challenge a couple of weeks. I had a segment on the show called The Docket, and people felt a certain way about it. And I get that. And I expected some level of it. I don't know that I expected that kind of reaction, but it happened. And, my challenges navigating the past few weeks. And then I really, when I did the docket, Carrie, I just did the docket because that was the news of the day. And then I was like, oh crap, I forgot I have this book coming out. And I really, didn't consider the consequences around how it would affect Pretty Powerful, if I'm being honest. And certainly there are viewers and listeners that felt strongly against, what I said on that docket and felt like they didn't want to support this book anymore. And I get that. So this very, very special person gifting me with that scarf saying the word courage was so emotionally impactful to me, because I never think of myself as like some warrior or martyr type or particularly courageous. I just said what I felt needed to be said in that moment, and I used the platform God had blessed me with and that I felt I'd earned to say what I think needed to be said, because I felt I'd earned the right to say it. And that's the point of what we do at Fox News and what we do on other cable news networks is no single voice. There's no single right answer. It's about getting a multitude of voices out there, and that was what my voice said that day. And so that courage scarf is something that I will forever hold dear, because in that moment, I guess before I even realized it, I tapped into a little bit of my own courage.
Yeah. Well, Winston Churchill, who my spirit animal, he said the courage is the most important of all of their virtues, because otherwise they're all just hobbies. So if you don't have courage, like nothing else really matters. It's just like nice things you say. So you actually, I think a lot of people wanted to say what you were thinking, and you actually said it.
Yeah, I did say it. And again, I didn't really feel like, I know I'm going to be some hero today. I really wasn't that serious. What it really felt was, this is my interpretation. This is my take. And if I don't say it in this moment, Carrie, on this platform of this magnitude, what am I here for? What am I here for? What am I in front of millions of people every day, Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 for, if I'm not going to step into this moment and be authentically myself and represent a point of view and invite, even though some of it was nasty and ugly, but I do think a lot of really good thought and dialogue came of it, and I would do it all over again, and I stand by it, and I think it really was helpful for our country and hopefully for our president.